Hey guys, it's Andy from Magoo Investing. Today I'm going to be talking about the surprising stock that is up 50% year to date, and it's a company that I didn't know still existed. It's one of those companies where back growing up as a kid, it was one of those cell phone companies that you heard of all the time, the Motorola Razr. I just spoiled it, but the Razr was one of these big cell phones I remember growing up, and I kind of thought the Motorola died. And up until one of my buddies pointed out that their stock price is up 50% this year, I thought I'd take a look at it. And when I look at the stock charts, the technical analysis side of investing is my favorite part. I don't really look at fundamentals, but I did do a little bit of research, figured out that they split into two companies, and which is why they've been doing super well. So I'm going to head over onto the computer. This is a great example. If you missed that last video, I'll link it up at the top about the double bottom. This is a great example of a play that if I saw this when I was making that video, definitely would have thrown that in there. So let's hop over onto the computer and we'll talk about my short-term and long-term potential plays with Motorola. All right, so now let's take a look at the charts for Motorola. And so my first impressions looking at this is, dang, this has been a very consistent stock. We're on the 10-year one-day chart, and if we start going back, you'll see that it's just been continually increasing since then. Here we have a stock split. But since then, stock price in 2010 was $24 and currently is sitting at $171. So that's some incredible returns if you've been in there that long. The news event here, I'm pretty sure, since it was December of this past year, I'm sure it has to do with the China trade war stuff. Electronics got hit hard, and it would make sense that it would fall pretty far from that. So for a long-term play, I'm seeing a lot of stability. I'm seeing a lot of pretty frequent returns. The earnings seem to have been solid for a while. And then as we come up here, this is the short-term play that I'd be looking at. It's been increasing for a while. It came up here, came up to the high, and got rejected. And now what do we see here? We see a nice, actually let's move that a little bit. Let's draw that there and there. So we have this nice support being formed. And so the double bottom that I was referring to, you could also call it a triple bottom with this price action here, but the short-term double bottom right here is what I'd be looking for. And so as I talked about in the double bottom video, my indication to enter this trade would be the break above this previous high. And so it tried to break above it. You could have gotten faked out there and taken a loss, but I would look for a full candle to close above it. And so I'm going to set an alert for right above here, where if the stock closes above here, I would be willing to take a position. This is a stock where I think it has great short-term and long-term potential because you have this track record of 10 plus years of incredible growth, great earnings. I'm not a long-term investor really. I'm more of the short-term guy, but I see great potential there. And with the short-term, I see, let's see what type of percentage we've got here. So if we take a position here and ride it up to the top, it's not horrible. Wow, why is that not showing up here? There it is. 5%. I mean, that's a pretty decent trade. I've been a little spoiled recently, having some really nice trades with higher percentages than that. But if you're taking 5% trades when you see them, which I think this is a great opportunity to, you cannot complain about that. That's a great way to start your investing. And that's what I'd be looking for, the break above 130 maybe, or 170, maybe even 175 for an entry. And then the final play that I'll talk about with this is the horizontal channel, or the horizontal just support and resistance. And so this price level that I drew has also been a resistance in the past. So a potential play that you could be looking at, just ignoring this action up here, you could just wait, you could short it up here. Maybe it comes back down to here. I don't love shorting. I like going long in positions because it's easier. It's easier for a stock to go up reliably than it is to predict it to go down, in my opinion. But you could wait for it to come down, retest the zone around 163, and then get a percentage. Let's see. Got the wrong drawings on here. Let's see what type of percentage we have here. So that's a 6% play. If it came down to here, I'll also set an alert here because I think that's also a pretty decent play, but it's a little further away because you'd have to wait for it to come down, retest it, get rejected, and then make the play. So I think the break above this resistance at 175 is the easier, the nearer play, and if it gets rejected from here and comes back down, I would happily take a position at 163 as well, and then I would cut losses if it broke below this support right here. So just two plays that I'd be looking at, and obviously the long-term play. You could get in whenever. I wouldn't be super worried. Let's see, what type of loss was this? 19%. It was recovered in, let's see, how long is that? I can't see from there. From December to February. So yeah, I would not be super worried about the stock falling out of the sky. I think this is a great play. I wish I saw this earlier, but Motorola, who would have guessed, doing well in 2019. So overall, this is kind of a unique stock. I'm one of those people where I like trading stocks that get hit with horrible news. They're on the lower end of their range and they have incredible upside. But with a stock like Motorola, after looking at their share price over the past 5-10 years, it seems like a sure bet for somewhere where I'd be happy throwing my money in long term. The only kind of worry that I have is in December of the last year, when all of the China trade war stuff and all the technology tariffs were coming out, they got hit pretty hard, which is part of the reason why it's been doing so well this year. And so if you think that that's going to be letting up soon, or you think that it's going to get worse, that's kind of one of the big things to consider before taking a position. But based off of prior stock movement, it's one of those companies where I would be happy throwing my money in there sitting for the long term. It's been reliable. It recently had a pullback. It still has about $10 to go before it reaches its all-time high, and I would happily ride that as it's hit a double bottom, and if it pushes past this previous high, like I mentioned on the computer, be somewhere where I'd be happy to take a position. So let me know what you guys think of Motorola in the comment section down below. Let me know if there's any companies or stocks you'd like me to go over, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.